Welcome to Entrepreneurial Inspiration. This is Paul speaking. Subscribe to our channel if you want to learn about the greatest success stories of the best entrepreneurs in history. If you want us to make a video about the history of your favorite franchise, leave it in the comments. Starbucks is a chain of coffee shops and coffee roasters. Founded in Seattle, Washington in 1971 by three friends. The first friend, Jerry Baldwin, who had experience in the food industry, was the first to join the business of selling coffee beans and roasting supplies. Baldwin was responsible for selecting the coffee beans and roasting them. He was obsessed with the quality of the product. The second friend, Zev Seidel, was an English teacher who had lived in Europe and was fascinated by coffee culture. Seidel helped Baldwin open the store and create the concept of Starbucks coffee, tea, and spice. The last friend, Gordon Boker, a writer and editor, joined the team to help design the Starbucks logo and create the brand image. Boker was the one who suggested the company's name, inspired by Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick. The founders of the company wanted a name that evoked the romance of the sea and the tradition of coffee. And so, the story of Starbucks began in 1971, when they opened their first small coffee shop in Seattle. The three friends who had met at the University of San Francisco decided to start a business together after Baldwin gained knowledge about coffee roasting in a commerce class. Initially, the company focused on selling coffee beans and roasting equipment and was initially called Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spice. The original Starbucks store was a moderate success, but in 1982, Howard Schultz, who worked for a company selling Italian coffee machines called Hammerplast, joined the company as Director of Marketing and Retail Operations. Howard was inspired to create a similar coffee experience in the United States. During a business trip to Milan, he was so fascinated by Italian coffee culture that he tried to convince the Starbucks founders to adopt the Italian coffee model and open European-style coffee shops. If you're enjoying the video, support us by giving it a like and subscribing. However, the founders weren't interested in expanding at that time, so Schultz decided to leave Starbucks to start his own coffee company called Il Giornale. Il Giornale quickly became a success, and Schultz used his earnings to purchase Starbucks in 1987. At that time, Starbucks had 6 stores and only sold coffee beans and roasting supplies. Howard changed the company's strategy and began aggressively expanding nationwide, opening new stores and turning Starbucks into an iconic brand. He also ensured that the Starbucks experience was unique, focusing on coffee quality and creating a warm and comfortable environment for customers. The first Starbucks coffee shop to open was in Seattle, located in the Pike Place Market in 1987, and it became an immediate success. To this day, it is still in operation and is a popular tourist attraction. In 1991, Starbucks became a public company and began trading on the New York Stock Exchange. At that time, the company had only 165 stores. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Starbucks aggressively expanded worldwide, opening stores in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Although the three founders remained involved in Starbucks during the early years, it was Howard Schultz who transformed the company and turned it into the global brand it is today. In 1994, Starbucks introduced its first seasonal flavor, the pumpkin spice latte, which has become an iconic fall beverage worldwide. Don't miss out on all the interesting facts about Starbucks and its founder that we have for you at the end of the video. Howard decided to step down as CEO of Starbucks in 2000, but returned to the company in 2008 during a time of financial difficulties to reassume the CEO position. At that time, Starbucks was facing significant financial challenges due to the economic slowdown and strategic decisions that had negatively impacted the company. Schultz took leadership at a crucial moment for Starbucks and undertook a series of actions to revitalize the brand and restore its profitability. One of the first measures he implemented was a reassessment of the company's expansion strategy. Hundreds of unprofitable locations were closed, and a thorough review of the product portfolio was conducted. Additionally, Schultz placed great emphasis on improving the quality of coffee and the customer experience in Starbucks stores. Coffee grinding was reintroduced in stores, more advanced espresso machines were implemented, and stricter standards for barista training were established. These actions aimed to restore the focus on coffee excellence that had characterized Starbucks since its early days. Schultz also recognized the importance of innovation and diversification for Starbucks' growth. During his second tenure as CEO, new product lines were launched, such as Frappuccino beverages, and the options for food and snacks available in stores were expanded. With these strategies and implemented changes, Schultz led Starbucks' recovery. The company returned to profitability and experienced significant growth in the following years. Under his leadership, Starbucks not only focused on regaining profitability, but also on maintaining its commitment to quality, social responsibility, and the unique experience offered by its stores. In 2008, Starbucks closed all its stores in the United States for an afternoon to train its employees on racial discrimination. The measure was taken after two black men were arrested in a Philadelphia store while waiting for a friend. In 2011, Starbucks acquired the coffee chain Evolution Fresh, which specializes in fresh juices and healthy food. In 2014, Starbucks announced its College Achievement Plan initiative, which pays for full tuition for employees working at least 20 hours per week, and they are enrolled in an online degree program at Arizona State University. In 2018, Schultz announced his retirement as the executive chairman of Starbucks and stepped down from the position in June of the same year. However, he has continued to be an influential figure and spokesperson on business and social issues. In 2020, as the COVID-19 pandemic spread worldwide, Starbucks had to temporarily close many of its stores and adapt its business model for takeout and delivery service. The company has also expanded beyond coffee, offering tea, iced beverages, bakery products, and other food items. In 2018, Starbucks had over 28,000 stores worldwide and employed over 330,000 people. During the last fiscal year, Starbucks achieved net revenues of approximately $32.3 billion, which represented an increase of around $3.2 billion compared to the previous year. Trivia about Howard Schultz. 1. Humble origins. Howard Schultz was born on July 19, 1953, in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in a working-class family, and his childhood was marked by economic difficulties. 2. Political attempt. In 2019, Schultz publicly announced his consideration of running as an independent candidate for the United States presidential election in 2020. Although he ultimately decided not to run, his potential candidacy sparked a debate about his role as a businessman in politics. 3. Basketball inspiration. Schultz is a big basketball fan and has been involved in the sport. In 2001, he bought the NBA basketball team Seattle Supersonics and served as the owner for several years before selling the team. 4. Best-selling author. Schultz has written several books about his business experience and leadership. His most well-known book, Pour Your Heart Into It: How Starbucks Built a Company One Cup at a Time, became a bestseller and provides a personal insight into the creation and growth of Starbucks. 5. Passion for art. Schultz is passionate about art and has fostered the presence of art in Starbucks stores. Under his leadership, many Starbucks stores showcase local artwork and participate in initiatives to support artists and artistic communities. 6. Recognitions and awards. Schultz has received numerous accolades throughout his career, including the Outstanding Global Leadership Award from the International Business Institute and the National Leadership Award from the National Retail Federation. 7. Passion for philanthropy. Schultz and his wife, Sherry Kirsch Schultz, are known for their dedication to philanthropy. They have made significant donations to nonprofit organizations and have established the Schultz Family Foundation, which focuses on supporting initiatives related to education and the well-being of youth. Here are some interesting facts about Starbucks. 1. Evolving logo. The famous green Starbucks logo has evolved over the years. Initially, it featured an image of a double-tailed mermaid, but in 1987, it was simplified to the iconic version of a single-tailed mermaid that we know today. 2. The most expensive coffee. Starbucks has occasionally offered a beverage called Black Ivory in some of its select locations. This drink is made from coffee beans that have been eaten and subsequently excreted by elephants. Due to the special production process, it is one of the most expensive coffees in the world. 3. The most popular drink. Although Starbucks is known for its coffee, its best-selling beverage is not a coffee, but the Frappuccino. This icy and creamy drink has become a favorite among Starbucks customers. 4. Starbucks as a bank. In 2019, Starbucks had more money loaded on gift cards than many banking institutions had in deposits. Starbucks gift cards have become very popular and are a common form of payment in their stores. 5. Starbucks en el espacio. In 2001, Starbucks colaboró con la NASA para desarrollar un sistema de preparación de café sin gravedad para ser utilizado en la Estación Espacial Internacional. Now, astronauts can enjoy a cup of coffee in space. 6. Stores in unique locations. Starbucks has stores in some unusual and iconic locations, such as on a train in Switzerland, on a ferry in Hong Kong, in a castle in Germany, and in a former temple in Japan. These unique locations add a distinctive touch to the Starbucks experience. 7. Secret menu. Starbucks has an unofficial secret menu that includes special beverages not listed on their regular menu. These drinks are based on creative combinations of ingredients and are often popular among Starbucks enthusiasts. 8. Starbucks Reserve. Starbucks Reserve is a premium line of stores and products that offer a high-end coffee experience. These stores offer an exclusive selection of rare and limited edition coffees and feature highly skilled baristas. 9. Commitment to sustainability. Starbucks is committed to implementing sustainable practices in its supply chain. The company focuses on purchasing ethically and sustainably grown coffee and has set goals to reduce its carbon footprint and water consumption in its operations. 10. Barcode coffee. Some Starbucks stores use a technique called barcode coffee. Customers can scan a barcode on their coffee cup to trace the origin and history of the coffee they are drinking. In summary, the story of Starbucks is a tale of business success and constant innovation. From its humble beginnings in Seattle to its position as a global brand, Starbucks has maintained its commitment to quality, sustainability, and social responsibility. Subscribe and don't miss our weekly videos full of inspiration and learning. Entrepreneurial inspiration, created by an entrepreneur for future entrepreneurs.